Scotty and Boaz Rehash, episode 16. And we're back with the second part of the podcast that me and Boaz recorded, continuing our talk from episode 15. And we're going to get rolling here in just a second with the second part, but I just wanted to do a shout out and a special announcement that the Kryptonian family is going to be doing a contest coming up starting on, and let me pull it up here, on January 18th. So if you want to come join the Kryptonian family, we're going to be doing a war contest against all of the people involved, all the clans involved in the Kryptonian family, which is House of El, House of Zod, Kent Farmhouse, Phantom Zone, and House of Non. And the competition is going to go from January 18th to March 29th. It's really the first 10 wars. So if you want to join House of El, House of Zod, we'll be knocking out 2 wars a week, and we'll be done before the other one. So depending on what you like, if you like to do wars frequently, or if you like to do them every 2 or once a week, you can come join one of the clans. So House of Zod and House of El both war twice a week. House of Non, Phantom Zone, and Kent Farmhouse will all be warring once a week, I believe. So their war cycle is going to go. Anyways, the big thing is that the winner, the clan that wins, will be getting 3 $50 gift cards from Apple, sponsored by Kratos himself, and they give them to the leader, and then they'll be given out to however each clan decides to give them out. So if you are looking for a little spice and a little fun war competitions, why don't you head over to the Kryptonian family and make sure you put fans in the stand in your request. All right, it's going to be a fun one. So here we go with the second part of the interview.
But yeah, there's this super strong attack that's already, you can see a bunch of examples of it and stuff, and it looks, it looks really fun. It looks, and it works really well. And
I know.
Are you averse to using pre-existing attack strategies?
No, I guess is kind of my answer. I guess no, I'm not, because I've resisted the go wee wee and everything like that for a while. Mm-hmm. I just feel like there's an attack that's out there that nobody's done. But
so Scotty, so you are so self-deprecating and your attacking power. So if there is an attack out there that nobody's done yet, do you think that you are the person to innovate and discover that attack? I mean, I'm sure I have a much higher opinion of your ability to do that than you do, but yourself, with what a low opinion you seem to have of your attacking skills, why would you think that you're the person that's going to uncover the next big attack?
I don't think it's going to be the next big attack. I just think it's going to be there's certain bases, because all these bases are changing. Why do you think you would be the person to uncover an attack strategy that's even half as effective as pre-existing attack strategies? No, on a certain base.
Yeah, but
certain type.
Oh, I see. You're saying looking at a base and making a completely customized army and stuff. But you guys don't do that. You've already said that you make an army and then go and pick a base. So I mean, you're not even making a custom.
But here's what I've been seeing a lot is that in the war attacks, have you noticed that people are kind of doing the same bases? This happened last war. I'm looking at the wars right now. There's the bases that are pretty much set up almost identical, that you could look at, and I could say I could take this one, or this one. People are experimenting with their infernos on single or multi. But that's usually consistent in a clan. It seems like there's not.
Yeah, that's a good point. Once they decide this guy has had success with this, let's all do it. You know, and I mean, even we do that. We try to not have everybody do something, but if we see one person that has got a ton of defensive wins or something, then we're like, well, what is he doing right? And let's make our bases more like his, or even someone with a really crappy base, hey, copy his base for now, and then kind of tweak it to make it a little different or something. So
yeah, and that's what I see within these these, a few bases, in the tens, right? And so I look through them and I'm going, okay, what would I use? I scout, and I kind of wait, because our wars are so close that it's like, you get to the end and adding the star really low sometimes, makes the difference. But I just think like if there might be some things because people are guarding against. Yeah, I mean it more, I guess, as a customizable to a certain base. Like I wouldn't go, okay, this is the new attack. Everybody check out the YouTube channel because this is going to work. But when you're in a war and you see camps that are very similar, they're prepared against the normal attack that they usually get hit with. And I just sometimes think that there's got to be. I wish I could do an attack or just experiment and play around and try some new things on.
So, Scotty, I feel like this completely flies in the face of what you've been saying so far about your strategy of making an army, then seeing what needs to be attacked, and then attacking it. And even T-Skits was saying, and I think a lot of guys in my clan, when you're doing the go wipe attack, like the strong, the proven, really good attack against max Town Hall 10s, it doesn't vary too much. There's a pretty much a set formula, depending on the type of walls or the placement of things. You might bring a little, some extra wall breakers and less wizards or, something like that. But it's pretty much set. And so I think that this is a blessing for you to have an attack that is already good and already set up. No, but I'm saying that there is one, which is this go wipe attack. And I mean, and I don't want to be on record with the comp because I'm already get Town Hall 10s mad at me and stuff. So right. I don't want to get it wrong or something, but ask T. Well, I can try it. I think it's 3 golems, 3 P.E.K.K.A.s, 2 freeze, 2 rage, 1 jump, and then a bunch of wizards and wall breakers. And then in your clan castle, 2 witches, 2 wizards, and 3 barbs to take out the enemy clan castle. So, yeah. Okay, come at me, Town Hall 10s, if I got it wrong.
But when we run up against people, and I guess we don't do a lot of necessarily go wipes, but people are adapting their bases to counter, and then you get things like the update that happen, like with the Archer Towers, and all of a sudden things are off just a little bit.
Yeah,
and the attacks that you're using aren't working how they used to.
But if you're already I want to have an army, then go in and pick a base, do this, use this army that's proven. I mean, and then in the future, try to innovate and stuff. But try this out. Try sticking with this one composition, mastering this one composition. I think it's tailor made for your situation, which is to have minimal scouting time and minimal customization time. It's tailor made for you because you're not going to tweak it much. Maybe you add a different amount of archers or minions, in order to pick around the 50% or something at the end, or depending on where their archer tower and cannon placement is and stuff like that. But I mean, that's what you need is this comp that doesn't vary much. And T-Skits was saying that because I was like, oh yeah, I need to use Clash Caller because, I have a perfectly balanced army, which is the case at Town Hall 9. You need to design your army completely customized around the base that you're attacking. We have a guy in our clan who pissing us off so much. He just has the exact same comp that he goes in with every time, and it does not work. Every base has things you can exploit to use this exact same composition. It's just so stupid. Anyway, but Town Hall 10, like T-Skits, who's an awesome attacker, really great at the game, and all the most of the Town Hall 10s in my clan who are really skilled attackers, they just use basically the same comp for all these bases that they go against. And so I feel like that's a good situation for you.
It's yes.
You have this thing against thing pre-existing comps or something, I feel like. because you're always innovating with the wildfire and the alien and
Well, I
stuff
just
like
think there'd
that.
be really cool. I think there'd be really cool things that you could do. Like.
But have you been successful with them?
No, absolutely not.
So
Well,
if
no,
you've been
I have
doing
been
this for so
successful
long,
with Alien a couple times.
okay, but a couple times out of how many?
Well, I didn't use it much. Now I put Velks in with wizards and the witches, but I do that to kind of take out the stuff on the side. They were doing really good when I was doing the Alien at times, like against Boneyard, but I guess.
And the standard go wipe attack is pretty similar to the. I mean, you don't use 2 jumps. I think that's kind of a waste of a spell slot generally to use 2 jumps on most bases. But I mean, it's that you're jumping your big DPS troops. In this case, P.E.K.K.A.s instead of Velks. But you could use Velks. I mean, you could mix Velks in with it too. You're jumping them into the middle, demolishing the middle, which has the town hall, which gets you the star, and then the Infernos generally are also in there. So you're getting rid of all the most dangerous defenses, and then you can explode outwards from there, or you can kind of creep around the sides for the 50% or whatever. So I mean, it is pretty much that attack that you like. It's
I'd love to see it. I'd love to do an all Velk attack. Just smash it all. Like all Velks and goblins and witches.
I saw that. I think it was on One Hive raids, a guy that did, I think it was like a 17 Velk attack, 3-star. Like it was a Town Hall 10 that perfectly customized and balanced his army. So he saw this base, scouted it out, made an army that would exploit it, and it had 17 Valkyries in it, and it wiped it out at 3-star. I think the grouping of the buildings was super
tight,
susceptible to the Velk splash damage or something. Or I should find that replay and show it.
But see, even the Velks, they changed this year. So it's like, then they started doing damage to 2 things, and then it's like, okay, that changes it up. And now these Inferno towers, I'm seeing more and more of them on single, which
I mean, on multi they're so susceptible to go wipe because against a king or a P.E.K.K.A., the multis basically don't do anything. Like they can be on a P.E.K.K.A. or a king or a golem for such a long amount of time.
I do
and just not it's like a mosquito bite. And so I think that's why people are starting to switch back more towards at least having one on single.
This base
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just looking.
Are you scouting right now?
I'm scouting through the bases, and that's why I'm like, I think a lot of the attacks would work, but then people are. I think once I get my P.E.K.K.A.s up, finally.
So
then
did Peace attack already?
He did not. We usually wait.
When he attacks, look at the comp he used, and then just try that comp. That's my suggestion. Unless he's going with
he does
or
P.E.K.K.A.s mostly.
Yeah, which is what most high-level Town Hall 10s.
I'll go to the War Log, and I will see what he used last time.
Oh, yeah, there you go. And he already said that it's pretty much the same each time. So, and you can actually read that off, and it could maybe correct my my guesses about what that comp is.
Oh, it says replay not available.
Oh, because of the maintenance break.
Replay not available.
That blows. There was a maintenance break like last night.
And he varies it up too.
Here, I can look at it on my Warlog though, real quick while we're talking.
I don't know.
He varies it up in what way?
He'll vary it up usually, but the bases just change, and I guess it with the way that we're working it now, it might be better to do a certain type, but I think once my P.E.K.K.A.s are done, that's when I'll figure that out. I don't know. I just think there's room for creativity.
I'm going to look at Kevin's attack here on a max defense Town Hall 9 with all Legos. So he has, it's 2 P.E.K.K.A.s, 2 Golems, 2 Witches. So he has, it's still 2 Rage, 2 Freeze. So he has some interesting stuff here. He's got some balloons. I'm guessing the balloons, he's got 2 balloons and 2 giants. I'm sure that's for the lure. And so he's mixing in some. So instead of having, so not 3 golems. Sorry, with Go Wipe it's 2 golems. have people all over my ass for that. But no, so two golems, two golems, 3 P.E.K.K.A.s, I think is the usual thing. But I think he's swapping out one of the P.E.K.K.A.s for some witches in this situation. Guessing maybe that's because this base is super spread out. There's a whole bunch of stuff around the outside.
Yeah,
So
and people are doing some creative things with their
giants.
war bases. It's evolving, and that's
He used the balloons to take out some edge defenses that weren't very well protected. So yeah, he's doing some customization. He's doing some customization stuff here, which usually means using hogs or balloons for something. But anyway, so basically the same. Let's see what this other Town Hall 10 did. 2 rage, 2 freeze, 1 jump, 3 P.E.K.K.A.s, 2 golems, 16 wizards, only 6 wall breakers, but I think this has weak walls, and he can jump into the middle after 1 wall broken. 3 giants to lure, then some arch. So 4 barbs, because you put those down before your clan castle to the clan castle kill, and then 10 archers to pick out the percentage on the outside. So this is a pretty standard kind of army that everybody uses, and I think you should give it a shot.
And here's the other thing with that though too, is that it's been that my heroes have been down. So I had the queen down, I think just a couple weeks ago. And we only do 2 wars a week. So then it's like, okay, now I got to vary, and then the pig dog came along, so it's trying that.
Yeah, it sucks.
And so so last war I did a pig dog, and I thought I would get it, and I didn't get it. And then I just went with my normal army, and things went wrong.
Well, because it takes quite a while, especially with something kind of different like the pig dog attack. I feel like it takes several attacks to kind of get the hang of it and how all the troop AI works.
I have been using it for days on going to champion
on your push.
Yeah. And so,
but you're not going for 3-star in that. You're going for like 1 star, right? Use it in.
No, I was going for 3. I always go for 3.
You're going for 3 in like Master 1. You're trying to 3-star bases.
Yeah, I did.
Really?
Oh yeah. I don't have it in my attack log, but I got a bunch of snipes. But then like the day I went to champion, let's see, maybe it is. No, I don't have it. But
that's awesome though.
But there was a couple. If the defenses aren't that, if the air defenses aren't that high, and you can funnel the balloons and get things just right. If you can get the balloons into the center and smash that center, a lot of times,
the splash damage will just take out the town hall itself when they're attacking the defenses around the town hall.
Yeah.
The splash damage will just kill a whole bunch of other stuff, which is awesome.
I mean, they were cherry picked. I mean, it wasn't like I was just going in and going, oh yeah, I can just go into 3-star these guys.
Of course.
But it was,
but that's awesome. That's still really good.
There was a couple like good 3-star. Of course, that didn't mean a lot. Because that's like 11.
Some level of confidence to try to translate it into war. How many pig dogs were you using?
4.
You were okay.
And then when I was have been attacking, I started using 3 pig dogs, and for some reason that seemed to work really well. And I'd use a little bit more minions, and that would clean up more. And this is normal attacks.
This is pushing attack.
Yeah. And so I don't know. I think so. In the last war, I attacked this Town Hall 9. It was kind of spread out. We needed the star, so I had that army ready. So I went in, and I thought I had it, and I got really close. Like, there's a tipping point. It's like if you take out just this much, that the king and the queen are going to be able to do it. If you get the tipping point. And I sent in 2 pig dogs to 2 different things, then 2 more behind it, so that way, the splash damage from like a wizard or wizard tower would just be hitting the 1. And and I think I got 89%. I mean, I got really close. But it just missed like a couple of defenses that took out the king and the queen. And, I could have maybe done it with just it was the tipping point. And then Mailman went in and he threw all 4 of his pig dogs at one of the air defenses and sent in his balloons and wiped it out. But it was really cool to watch. But it was still like, this base was really spread out. So it's like you're kind of adjusting to what is there. And then how do you attack it with what you have?
That's excuse me. A big difference of pushing is that your army is already set.
Yeah.
As opposed to
that's kind of how we do it in war a lot of times. Just because of, talking to you and stuff.
Yeah, the timing and the cleaning up and stuff.
Yeah.
Which is so
just
I think this using a generic army is a thing to try. So next time, here's your assignment. Try that out.
Well, I've got 9 more days till my Pekka.
Oh, it's 9 more. Oh, I thought you said a couple more days.
I thought it was a couple.
Oh, well.
14 days goes by pretty slowly. And my queen is down, so I might do. I might try a pig dog attack on a TH9. Embarrass myself probably, but anyways. Well, is there?
You're the dastardly Scotty 827.
I know.
You don't be embarrassed.
The last couple
you're
wars, I've just been, you have good wars.
Scotty,
you have
you're the
bad
reason
wars.
that all those people are there.
Well,
you should not be embarrassed.
Yeah. Well, no.
No,
I'm not.
You're awesome. You're awesome. You shouldn't be embarrassed about your attacks.
No, I've just had a bad couple wars, and so you kind of go, you go in thinking this is going to work, and then it doesn't, and then it's like you get on a losing streak. And it's not like I lose. It's like, okay, look, I got 2 stars out of 3, but I didn't gain that extra star, for cleanup. Then there's times you get lucky and you're like, yeah, I'm on top of the world. But yeah, so was there anything else you want to talk about? We're kind of right an hour 20.
Yeah, we could just keep going and split it later or something if you want, because I still haven't gone over the Town Hall 11 speculation that the KFAM people did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go through the thing. So you're hearing the second half of this episode right now.
So the Town Hall, so I mentioned in the line chat, the KFAM line chat, when people were harassing me about Boazing my Town Hall, that we were thinking about doing Town Hall 11 speculation. And there's a lot of people being pissed off about the prospect of hold on, let me just see what here's Mailman. I get most of my best loot from Quad on people Boazing Town Hall 9.
I think that's what he said in the L chat earlier.
I'll have to check in there again after the podcast. But so I mentioned the Town Hall 11 thing, and people are mostly like, "Oh, not yet, Town Hall 11, screw Town Hall 11," which I totally agree. Coop was saying how you'd have to expand the map, and it would just be you'd have to what Brock was saying is that before Town Hall 11 out, they need to strengthen the troops considerably, add a new defense with the new Town Hall, and do something about the time, which is a great point. I mean, the clock should already have been expanded for Town Hall 10, probably. Like the clock was 3 minutes for when Town Hall 8 was the max Town Hall, and so it just seems kind of silly for it to still be 3 minutes when there's so many more buildings to hit, and so something else he was saying is that they should make it like more of a commonplace thing to 3-star Town Hall 10s if you do everything correctly. And I was saying that people do 3-star Town Hall 10 routinely, but those are people with max heroes, and like the top clans, they do a lot of 3-starring of Town Hall 10s. that I'll see in like Tyrael's videos and stuff like that, like Ice Ice Baby and In the Dark and those guys. But they have max heroes when they do it, and so that's a pretty big undertaking for most people to get their heroes that high. But he was saying if they don't nerf Town Hall 10, then game mechanics would be skewed, and people at Town Hall 10 would be pissed if their stuff got nerfed and stuff. And so it would just be there's so many logistical problems with bringing out Hall 11.
Well, how about this? So, what if you don't have to add? I think you made a good point, and that's maybe it's adding a hero, or it's adding like one or two things. But what if you had like at that point you got to put there was people on the town hall, archers on the town hall or something, where the town hall became part defensive itself.
That's really interesting that you mentioned that, because that when they had a lot of like this concept art supposedly quote unquote leaked from Supercell, but I think it was just some D-bags with Photoshop doing it. But the Town Hall 11 speculation was that it would be electric, which I definitely think is the case, but it had like Teslas on top, and so or like a Tesla on top, so it would zap troops that came close to it. And I was thinking, I don't know about that. I don't know. That seems like, I don't know, but I guess P.E.K.K.A.s, when they get in the range of the town hall, it's over. So if it did have a Tesla or some kind of damage, output, that might make sense. But I think Town Hall 11 is going to look amazing. Like that's something I'm kind of looking forward to seeing, because it's gonna, how in like the max Teslas and the max walls, there's like that moving electricity stuff.
Yeah.
Like all. So the Town Hall 11 would have that. Like it would have, the graphics would be like moving electricity stuff. So it would look amazing. Like I think it would definitely look awesome.
Well, they came out with skeleton traps, right? So why not? So Town Hall 11, you don't have to expand the map. You put archers on the top, and then you could put like. You could have an archer or something on a wall piece at different places.
So you're saying you don't get new defensive buildings, but you get something on your town hall and something on your walls and stuff like that,
yeah.
or not, at least not a bunch more defensive buildings.
Yeah, maybe not a bunch. I mean, so what's
maybe like one new tower,
and a bigger
like
clan
a freeze tower, or something.
And a freeze tower, that would be cool.
Yeah, and then you just have two of those, and then you don't get any more cannons, archer towers, anything like that. You just get the one new type of tower, maybe get one or two of those.
And like 10 wall
And
pieces.
then, bigger clan castle would be huge. I mean, that having a 40-spot clan castle would be game changer, I think. So I think that's a good point. I think they could make it like not as huge jump as the other town halls, but still make it worth it, like not have the troops be so much better than Town Hall 11 troops, but still make it worth it, not have a whole bunch more defenses like you usually get, but still have it be worth it, and so if they did that, that's a good point. If they did stuff with existing pieces, like adding defenses to wall pieces or defenses, and I guess they would do upgrades on the current defensive buildings too. So that, then you wouldn't need to expand the map, because it's just working with what you already have. I don't know. But I think it's possible, but I think the troops would be tricky. I think having a whole nother level of troops would be tricky.
Can't you max out your troops at 9?
You can only max out a few troops at 9. You can only max out. My only max troops are like healers, witches, hogs, goblins, maybe like a couple of my spells.
Because the speculation on Town Hall 11 has been for a long time. I mean, this isn't that.
Town Hall 10. I mean, it started with Town Hall 8. Quickly they came out with Town Hall 9. Pretty quickly they came out with Town Hall 10, and now it's been like that for a really long time. Same thing with like. They came out with all these new troops, boom, 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 and then they stopped. Then after a year, they came out with lava hounds, And so I think everything is just so well balanced right now, and the game is so popular. I think all the advertising that's good, because you see the commercials everywhere now and stuff, and like billboards, and so I think the popularity is like, it must be exploding in popularity if they can spend all this money on advertising and stuff. And
Well,
so
it is
I
still the
think
top grossing app game.
really, so it's been like that for well, I think it was like neck and neck with Candy Crush for a while, but I think Candy Crush is kind of
I think it's like
yesterday's
still number
news.
2. I think.
Candy Crush is.
Yeah, I was kind of looking at that.
Okay.
Yeah. Of course, you get one message, and it goes to all 3 things. You try to. My phone, my iPad, and my computer all ring at the same time. All the time, my backpack started quacking today, and I said, "What is going on here?" Yeah. Anyways, that was what the digging was in the background.
I'll read some of the other things. So Nat was saying that she wants a flying unicorn that flies around pissing healing rainbows.
Ooh.
So that's something. I don't think they're going to do that.
That would be an
pretty
interesting
cool.
hero. A healer.
A pissing unicorn?
Well,
a healer hero. That's true. Because people have been saying that for a while, that healers need to be relevant again, because
like
they're
a good witch. Like
not relevant. Yeah.
Like a good witch.
Oh, yeah. Good. Oh, like a sorceress or something.
Yeah, the sorceress. Yeah, that would be a cool one.
And it could, so that kind of goes along with what Vadlag said. Is he said a dark priest, because we're talking about dark troops, a dark priest that can raise your dead troops, which would be sweet, or heal flying troops, which would be pretty big also. So yeah,
but then he would just get hit by the cannons.
Witch. Yeah, I mean, it would need to tank for it pretty.
Or if they change the healer to be able to heal flying troops.
Yeah, or a healer hero that can heal flying troops or something. Or
that would change it a little.
But so Chuck said, how about a troop that gets stronger or bigger the more damage it does? Or a bounty hunter that does double damage to heroes or CC troops. And so I've been saying for a while, a Hydra, right? I just think that would be cool. Like, have multiple heads. And so my thought was that it would start out with a bunch of heads, then as you killed it, it would like lose its heads, But so Vadlag said the Hydra would be like a ground walking dragon that grows more heads as it's dying, which I think is a way better idea than my idea.
It's kind of like the golem then.
No, but the golem gets smaller as it dies. So what he's saying is it starts with like 2 heads, and then at like 70% health, 75% health, you get a third. 50% health, you get a fourth. 25% health, you get a fifth, or something. So the damage increases as the health decreases.
That's kind of cool.
I just thought that would be. That would change things a lot, I think. But,
yeah, that's a really good idea.
Yeah, so I really like that, a Hydra Dark Troop, because I feel like a natural next step is a 35 housing space troop. I mean, we have a 35 housing space clan castle.
God, no. Please, God, no.
A 35 housing space troop would be pretty cool.
It would take forever to cook. How about this? A new spell in the spell factory. Or another housing space. Because
another space for... Yeah. Well, I think if Town Hall 11 came, then they would probably have another spell...
because it is stretched
another spell
to the
slot
limit.
in your factory.
It is stretched.
Yeah, and that's something that Nat was saying, is that her big thing is, in terms of tweaks to the game, is that spells need to take less time to cook, because even when you're boosting, they take forever.
Yeah, I mean, there's no point unless you're barching and and going on these constant attacks. It's like there's not really a reason to boost the spell factory. Like, I mean, I boost it all the time because my army still takes less time to cook than it does for my spells to get done. And we're back with Baby Boaz. Little break there.
So yeah, we got our special guest here. He's not gonna make too much noise. But Chuck had my favorite idea for the new troop. It's a general. So it follows the queen around and instructs her on what she should shoot. Buddy. So I thought that would be pretty awesome. That was the best idea.
I was thinking a general,
so far.
a general, but I had no idea what it would maybe they should.
Well, that's kind of a joke because the Queen AI is so ridiculous that to have someone that would actually make her not be stupid.
I saw in Matt's
would be
attack,
nice.
the king was attacking a wall. The golem got in on a different piece of the wall. And then all of a sudden the king left the piece of the wall it was doing, went over to a builder hut, smashed it, and then came back to the wall. And it's like, of what point
so
in computer
weird.
Programming did
how old is that? So something about the golem coming affected it, maybe, or something.
Yeah, like it should leave, and then it should. There's no figuring that out.
If it was going to do that, it should have done it first place or something.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
but yeah, all the K-Fam Town Hall 11 speculation, but the big thing from everyone was that they don't want. And my spell idea, which is the time freeze spell. So like, how when like things are happening a whole bunch and you're trying to figure out, trying to place your troops and switch troops and everything, and maybe you can't figure out where your troops are and stuff. And so if you could freeze time or slow down time, so everything's moving in slow motion for, I don't know, 5 seconds, then it goes up to like 10 seconds, or starts at 10 seconds and goes at 20 seconds or whatever. I'm not sure how, like, I feel like people that are really good, they might not need that because they can already think fast enough and stuff. But for most of us, I think that would, especially at crucial times in the battle, if you had a way to slow down time, that might be a kind of a cool,
like a flashbang,
cool idea
where everything kind of
or like
well,
like the guy in Heroes, that movie, there was that TV show, there was the guy that would slow down time.
Well, maybe
stuff,
it's
or
a
pause
spell,
time.
A spell that would draw the calling spell, where, because you get the stupid king and the stupid queen doing stupid things, if you could do the thing where
steer them, like select a target for them,
select a target,
that'd be cool, and
have them go, or just on the ground, like they're called to that area, and so they start to go. That would be worth it.
Well, and actually, that was my idea for my hero, because it needs an ability. So my idea for the hero ability was to be able to select a target. So use it once, and it boosts its whatever, heal and rage and stuff. But you can select a place for it to either teleport to, or to to move to within a certain area. But then I feel like maybe you could just send it to the town hall, and that would be cheap. Like it could just go straight to the town hall, unless it was something that was more of a healing troop and didn't deal much damage. Then you could be like, okay, teleport over here by these troops, and then use your ability thing or whatever. So that could be its ability to move somewhere else on the map.
Interesting.
Just thinking about
that would be
stuff.
Something, a troop that teleports. That'd be kind of cool. Just think of all the different ways. Supercell, why don't you invite us to come and visit, and we will give you all of our ideas.
It was so interesting, and there were so many ideas. I feel bad I can't give all the ideas from the line chat thing, but there were so many cool ideas, and it was just really interesting to hear so many people had so many different kinds of thoughts on it that I hadn't considered and stuff. And so it was. There are other options of things that would be unique, but the thing is, it's, especially with Clan Wars, everything is precariously balanced and even and stuff, and so they never know how something's going to affect the game.
Well, why don't we ask?
They already had to nerf the lava hounds.
Why don't we ask everybody out there to send us in, and then next time we will read.
Good idea.
What they want most in the game. So maybe it's not a
good
hero.
Idea.
Maybe it's
not even a Town Hall 11 troop or something, but just something, some improvement to the game.
What would most improve the game? What would be what do you want to see? what.
Yes, you can tweet at us, email us, whatever.
Tweet at WBSMG Radio or at True Son Boaz, Clash Clans Podcast at gmail.com, and send us what you most want to see in the game in this new year, because this is the New Year's resolution. So a New Year's resolution for the game. That's what this will be.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
So at this time next year, what would you want to see in the game?
And I had a New Year's resolution. I guess it was a little kind of bit of a trolling thing for all these people. But on January 1st, I said my New Year's resolution is to not upgrade to Town Hall 10.
Oh,
so
wow.
I think that annoyed some
I was going to
people,
ask you what your New Year's resolutions were.
That's what it is, to not upgrade to Town Hall 10. No,
So if you max your
really
walls, would you upgrade?
And I don't think I would max all lava. But I mean, I guess I said that in the past. And now I have 4 lavas already. And I said, there's no way I would stay past having Legos and stuff. And so, I mean,
that does take
I would
dedication.
imagine
I cannot.
I would get.
It kills me to do the walls. I mean, really, it's like I've got 4 million gold, and I'm like, oh, do I save for my defense or do I sink it into the wall?
Well, that's the thing it's usually doubles, right? The cost, but when it goes from level 9 to 10, it triples. Which I knew how much it cost in advance, but I didn't quite understand how much it cost. I think getting 1 million, gold, 1 million elixir, you save that up pretty fast. You can knock out those Lego walls pretty fast, especially now that you can use elixir. But the lava walls, and you don't really get hit for loot, because if you have less than 1 million loot, you're not really much of a target for people. But once I'm saving up for the lava walls, I mean, I'll get 1 million. I always get 1 million, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to do a wall. And I'm like, oh, wait, no.
Is that level 9?
Of the way
or is that
there.
level 10?
Level 10 is the 3 million walls. But
no,
so now
I'll
have 2.8 million gold, and people start attacking me and stuff, which I'm not used to happening. So that's kind of lame.
So the level 9 wall is 3 million.
No, level 9 is 1 million. No. You're working on level 9 walls. Level 10 walls is 3 million.
Oh, no, upgrade to level 9 is 1 million.
Yeah.
Upgrade to level 10. Oh, yeah, okay, it's 3 million.
It jumps up to 3, which is weird, God. Because then level 11 is only 4. So it's kind
Kill me now. I don't...
Gets out of it.
But you know what? Well, I think
Legos look... you said you never go to level 8 or level 9?
Or level 9. Yeah. And I've got a bunch done.
I think they look so cool. I think the level 9s look really cool. And I guess level 10s look really cool too, because they have lava that moves along them and stuff. So I've always kind of wanted all level 9s with a core of level 10s or something, because then you can have the lava moving around. But if you have all level 10s, it's kind of intense looking. It kind of gives me a seizure looking at all the action going on in the base and all the moving lava in the walls and stuff.
I can't even fathom it, because I've got 26 level 9s, and I would need 212 million gold to get them to most of them done, because I still have 12 level 7s.
I feel like level 9 walls is a logical place for people to do all your level 9 walls, or work on getting towards all your level 9 walls, is kind of a logical thing to do, because they're only 1 million, which is just twice as much as the last one. They, I think, have a significant... I think one level 6 wall breaker goes through skull walls or something, and then I think takes 2 level 6 wall breakers maybe to get through level
2 to get
9
through
walls.
2 to get through level 8's, the black.
Oh, it does take, to get through the skulls, it takes 2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, it does start to add up. But yeah, it could all change if they change the bomber AI, which they have before.
Yeah, they've been working on it. But yeah, I feel like going up to lavas is kind of a big step up from Legos. So
oh my God, it makes me sick to think about it. Sick, because one piece of wall is
people.
You could max an archer tower for 2.5 wall pieces, or for 2 wall pieces going up to level 10. I just, it's like, oh my God, no.
Yeah. And when I, like, back when I would think, like, oh, when am I going to go to Town Hall 10? When I used to think about it as, like, oh, when am I going to go to Town Hall 8? Or when am I going to go to Town Hall 9? You know, like, at what point in my wall, development am I going to go to? And the other ones,
You're
it's
just
so
so
easy to
closed
max
off.
the town.
Building those
like,
walls, Boaz. Building those walls. You're just so closed off.
Closed off?
Emotionally. Building those walls. I think
It's
if
so
we
so true.
What would a psychologist say?
But like Town Hall 8 is very relatively easy to max because you're doing all skulls. It's just so much cheaper. But literally, and it's just a Bard King to 10. That's the extent of your Dark Elixir, usage on heroes. But then level 9, like literally maxing Town Hall 9 is huge undertaking. I feel like most these days a big percentage of people max Town Hall 8. Like, it's so well known that you should max your Town Hall before going up and stuff. And I think like a huge chunk of people max out Town Hall 8 before going to Town Hall 9, but almost nobody like actually maxes Town Hall 9.
And it would have been different
before going to Town Hall 10.
had there been a drill, before. Now that they've got drills. I mean, that's what Town Hall 11 should be. Go to Town Hall 11 so you can get a 4th drill.
Another drill, yeah.
That would definitely be on the list.
Good point.
Because it's expensive. And there's only 3 of them.
But so when I used to think of upgrading to Town Hall 10 the same way as I would the other ones, it's like, well, once I get all Legos, and then like maybe I'll be patient enough to wait for both heroes to be 20, like maybe. But now it's like I don't think about it in those. Almost. I don't think about it in those terms anymore. It's not like, oh, when is it going to be the natural time to do it or something like that. It's just like the only part of the game that matters to me is my war attacks and stuff. And so to lose all of these war attacks that I do is just not, doesn't really make sense.
Okay, your position is much more clarified. About where you're fitting, what your gameplay is.
Yeah, and I'm not like this maxing obsessed person or something. It's like if there wasn't war, I would totally be Town Hall 10. Like I would have been, probably already. But just because of war, it's like I don't really think of it. Like if farming was still the only thing, farming and pushing, then pushing being a Town Hall 10 is a huge advantage, and just having better troops is fun and stuff. And so in the past, like upgrading a Town Hall was so fun, and now I just don't really have I don't look forward to it at all because I only think about it through the lens of war, so it's just like.
That makes sense because you guys are constantly warring, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God. Just got win number 100 yesterday.
Holy shitballs.
Yeah, triple digit club for the True Sun.
We
Very
are
exciting.
at 31. Or no, that was our membership. We've won 30. So
nice.
Yeah, we're getting up there, but always tough wars, man. Always tough wars. I mean, like you guys get tough matchups, but
we went through a long phase of getting way too easy matchups, and it was really boring. But like lately, it's just been pretty even, which has been really nice. I mean, we're still like winning almost all of them, but we're winning them by very small margins, and so it's exciting. It's cool.
That's awesome. Well, why don't we wrap up here? We're at 2 hours really. And it's freezing in the WBSMT radio studio because the furnace is off, so that way we don't have the annoying background sounds. And so
we'll have a couple more things if you want to huddle around your microphone to keep warm.
Okay.
The Meshwesh in my clan told me something very interesting. So we've always had this policy of to kind of avoid spies when someone comes to the clan during prep day or war day, which I guess we're always on prep day or war day. So when someone comes to the clan, you ask them how they found us. Usually they're like, oh, such and such clan told me about you. This person told me about you. I was in this person's global. I, was in this clan that lost to you in war, blah, blah, blah. So there's always like a reason. And if they don't say anything, or they're just like, oh, I don't remember, or just whatever, then we usually just boot them out. So we're like, maybe they're a spy. They're probably not. But anyway, it's, if you're accepted into a clan and you don't say anything, even though you just requested, like, not really very good etiquette anyway. So
that's good etiquette lessons out there. If you are looking for clans,
yeah.
if you request,
if you're
go
looking for
in
a clan and you request,
say, hey,
stick around for a couple of minutes. Like, it's one thing if you request and then they take forever to accept you and you have to go do something else, like, then it's, but if you request and then someone accepts you and you just don't say anything, that's not really, not usually looked very kindly upon by people. This is Mr. Manners, Boaz.
Mr. Manners.
Clash of Clans etiquette police. Maybe we should do a segment next time on Clash of Clans etiquette.
That'd be kind of cool, actually.
But so we would then boot the person if they didn't say anything, or if they had an unsatisfactory answer, or blah, blah, blah. Then the thought is that maybe they had time to go in and screenshot like a base or something. But if we leave them in there, then they can screenshot all the bases,
Right.
So here's what I found out. Very interesting. Once they're in the screen of your war bases, even if you boot them out, it doesn't boot them out of that screen. So once you let them into the clan, they click on the clashing swords, they're in your war bases. Even if you kick them out, they can continue to browse all your war bases. And Meshwesh was showing us with his, I think he did a video with his mini account. Like, he put him in our clan, booted him out, and then he could still see all of our bases, all of our Teslas and traps and everything. So really, this whole time we thought we were preventing against spies by booting people out
right away.
But
if they
really,
didn't know that. But now with the war base change, and I've got to do one. I mean, I've got to do a different base pre-war. It takes time to do it.
Yeah, it just sucks if you forget. Like, so when people have like funny bases or stuff like that, that's not always super smart, because if you forget, then you're stuck with a base that's not a legitimate base. So like, what I've been kind of doing is having two different bases that both are decent bases, and then just trying to remember to switch them back and forth. And if I forget to switch, it's not the end of the world, because it's still a decent base, but it screws up over people who are trying to scout it if they were scouting for one and now it's another. So that's kind of a risk-free way to do it, as opposed to writing something, writing something in walls or whatever. And then if you forget to change it, it's not so bright.
I just think of Boneyard's kneel before Zod war base.
Yeah, there was some people writing some super inappropriate stuff against us when we were in House of L.
That one guy. I was like, I just want to smash him.
In Phantom Zone too, there were some people that were, or maybe it was screenshots of House of Zod or something in the line chat, but they were like really like raunchy, like guy like graphic like sex acts made out of walls and stuff.
Oh, really?
It's like really like, whoa, man, like that's kind of uncalled for.
Like, wow, you can do that with what you have? Wow, that's crazy.
Very artistic of you. But the last thing is I wanted to shout out to Hulk, I guess, as if I don't shout him out enough on this podcast. But he has a Twitch stream, which we've talked about Twitch a little bit before on the podcast. But you go on and then you watch different people playing different video games and stuff. We'll do it for Clash of Clans and et cetera, et cetera. So he came over to our clan the other day and then he started streaming. We were in a war. And so then we were doing war attacks live on his stream for like, usually has like between 100 and 200 viewers or something at a time. And it was, and so I had this base that I wanted to attack. And so he walked through, like I went on, so I was talking on the stream also with him. And so then we walked through the base and like figured out the best way to attack it. And then I went in and like attacked live on the stream. I didn't. I ended up getting like 95%. It was super exciting though, because I had like one troop with one little bit of health left, and then the archer tower shot it, and like pre-update, I would have shot it first because it wouldn't have got the arrow in time or whatever. So it was very exciting.
When does he do that? Does he have a
so
time?
He doesn't know. Some people like worms, and some people have like a set time that they do it every day, but other people like Hulk, you just follow them, and then you get a notification email when they go live.
Oh, okay.
So like I follow like Gibbs and Yazoo. I don't think Yazoo really does it anymore, and Hulk and Koopa Troopa, and so then I get a notification when one of them goes on the air. And the bad thing about Hulk is that he lives in Australia, so it goes in at weird times. But so we were at this like crucial point in our war, and so all of our guys were going in and attacking, and he was, watching the attacks live, narrating the attacks, and it was just like,
that's cool.
It was a lot of pressure.
Yeah, no kidding.
All these people watching, but it was really fun. It's
nerve-wracking enough in the clan.
Yeah, just with your own people watching you, much less 100, 200 strangers or whatever. But yeah, it was very cool. So if anyone wants to, I don't know, I don't get a huge kick out of people just like watching them barch or something like that. But when they're doing war attacks and streaming war attacks from other people in their clan and stuff, like that's really, really fun to watch them live and everything. So cool. A tip, if anyone wants to follow Hulk or anybody else on Twitch, it's pretty cool.
All
to
right.
interact with them while they're doing it.
Very cool.
Right, little buddy?
Well, why don't you get a hold of us at WBSMT Radio or at True Son Boaz on Twitter.
Oh, these emails. We can do the emails next time, I guess.
Yeah. I saw there's a couple emails there that we didn't get to. And I was looking at them as we were talking about it, and it's like they're substantial. It's like we just need to talk about the emails and go through.
We don't want Scotty to get frostbite and lose some fingers while we're talking about these emails.
I just might. People, it's minus 20 degrees outside right now.
But preview our reaction on putting a Tesla in the corner of a war base. That was one of the emails, one of the parts of one of the emails, which I thought was really interesting. So
yeah, and I've seen that a lot.
I've only seen it like maybe once or twice, but it seems like it might be a... Well, anyway, we can go into that later. But yeah, some cool emails. So if you send us an email, we said we'd read it. We'll still get to it. Everyone else, please send us emails. We love any kind of listener participation.
Yeah, and you hear these, an episode at a time, but usually we do 2 at a time. So we'll get to the next one in the next week and get them out there. So.
And speaking of new episodes, the next episode of Boaz Presents, episode 4, I finally got it straightened out, so that'll be coming out soon. And I have a guest lined up for episode 5.
And who is the guest on 4?
I can't tell you; it's top secret.
Oh,
but
okay.
The guest on 5 is big.
Ooh.
So that's just
is it who I think it is?
I don't know who you think it is, but I'm not going to tell you on there who it is. I'll tell you off there.
I think you've told me.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I think I did.
Okay, that's going to be awesome. That's going to be epic.
So that's a sneak preview. Somebody that you all will have heard of. So,
all right.
And it's not President Obama, but almost as famous.
All right. ClashClansPodcast.com. Go take the survey.
Yeah, please. Take the survey, please. Whether you hate me for my views on Boazing my town hall, still take the survey because it affects Scotty and Boneyard. You got to at least like that. So, and Boaz, yeah.
And ClashClansPodcast@gmail.com. So,
all right. At True Son Boaz, at WBSMT Radio, Twitter.
Keep it clashy.
Ready to sign off, buddy? Keep it
clashy. That's the first little clash. All right. Keep it clashy, everybody. Skilly beep 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 skilly beep.